Hello and welcome to another episode of Leader Generation's AI Playground. I'm Patty Parabeck, VP of AI Transformation here at ModOp. Today, we're shining a light on one of the most practical and often overlooked ways AI-powered automation is delivering measurable results. And that's for marketers, for content teams, and businesses overall, quality assurance, and testing. Why does this matter for marketing and business leaders? In a world where digital experiences are central to the customer journey, ensuring your websites, your campaigns, and your digital products work seamlessly across browsers and devices is more important now than ever before. The reality for most teams is that manual testing eats up a ton of time. It creates a lot of bottlenecks and it slows down how quickly you're going to be able to launch new web, new applications, or even innovate. So, with AI adoption accelerating across the business landscape, we know every leader is searching for opportunities where AI can drive efficiency and impact. In this episode, we're diving into a pilot project where we put two different AI applications head to head, testing their ability to scale, increase test coverage, and free up talent to focus on higher value work. We're featuring two AI applications today, Katalon and BrowserStack. Both are next generation test automation platforms, one with advanced technical capabilities, the other built to make automation more accessible to non-developers. We put them to the test with our own QA team. So you'll be hearing from Carlos and Giselle today, and they'll be taking you through our AI Playground framework where they were able to design the pilot, measure efficiency, and start even to manage change within their team as they start to scale and roll out more. It's worth noting both of these platforms were evaluated through our very rigorous risk and compliance lens, and they both have strong security and privacy features. So we're talking SOC 2 certification, GDPR alignment, clear data ownership, policies where the data that you input or even the output data does not train their AI models. And all of the testing was performed under MADA's responsible use guidelines. So if you're a marketer, if you're a business leader, you're just beginning your AI journey, you're searching for actionable pilots and proven frameworks, this episode is packed with those insights. So you'll be able to hopefully uncover that hidden value and even another place to lean in your organization. So let's jump into the conversation with Carlos and Giselle.
My name
Oh,
is Giselle Castro. I'm the head of the Department of Quality Assurance and Authoring, and I've been at ModUp for 6 years now.
Hello, my name is Carlos Obaldia. I'm a senior author and QA tester like since 2022, but I worked here since 2017, so I've been here for a long time now.
awesome. Well, thank you both again for talking to us about the tools and the AI applications that you tested. We know that they're Catalan and BrowserStack, but can you give us a sense of what those applications really are and what they're meant to do, or what even drew you to them in the first place?
Yeah, so first of all, let's start with Katalon. It's a test automation platform that combines low code and full code capabilities. It's like ideal for teams that want flexibility to test coverage across web, mobile, APIs, desktop applications. Its main features, it records and playbacks tests with scripting, test data assertions, and reusable components, CI/CD integrations like Jenkins or GitHub, and advanced reporting and analytics. On the other side, on BrowserStack, it's the low-code test automation platform, what we were testing, which is focused on web testing, uh, and it's designed to help manual testers and non-technical users to quickly build and run cross-browser tests. Its main features kind of the same as Katalon, but it's more visual. It has visual test builders, if more friendly user because it's like drag and drop. Records and replays user flows, built-in real browser and devices with the BrowserStack main tool, and it has AI-powered test healing and smart location, which is one of the main parts we wanted to test. It
Hmm.
also integrates with CI tools and BrowserStack test management, which is another BrowserStack tool.
So when you started looking for these tools and landed on Catalan and BrowserStack, were there specific challenges in your process that you were trying to solve for? Were there features you were already looking to use?
Yeah, I would say the first thing that I think most manual QA teams may want to fix is too much manual testing or low
Hmm.
test coverage. So yeah, the manual regression testing is time consuming and it's prone to human error. Catalan has an automation of web and desktop apps, so it helps with creating tests. BrowserStack lets non-technical users automate tests
Hmm.
and flows quickly, which is great for covering like high volume UA paths without knowing how to code.
Hmm.
The other one I would say is change resistance. I haven't talked to my teammates about the experience yet, but I know manual testers may feel threatened by automation or worry about their roles becoming obsolete. The other one was the learning curve, skill gaps, and the initial time investment. Automation takes time upfront
Yeah.
because you have to delay manual tests or release cycles so you can create automation tests.
And this also all starts with the actually when we were doing live QAs and regressions, those takes like many hours to test. So we were thinking on how we can be more proactive with our time. So
Hmm.
Carlos came along with Catalan, but it's more for like tech savvy person, right? So
Mm.
then BrowserStack came with this low code automation. This one is good. So if whatever
Mm.
you are doing on a web page testing, they learn with the AI tool, of course. So they replicate that on several browsers at the same time.
Oh,
But
wow.
the difference with the manual testing is that you have to do it each at a time, right? And our browser list, our default browsers list is 6. So we have to test everything 6 times.
Hmm.
Now, with BrowserStack, for example, you only have to do it once and it will replicate the other 5 on different devices. So that's a good thing. It also does with Catalan.
Okay.
Catalan is more tech, more matrix based, and BrowserStack it's more like for whomever want to use it. You don't have to be a tech savvy. You just have to read because they give you all the details and instructions.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Hmm.
So going in, it sounds like from the main challenges you were trying to solve for, which are faster, less cumbersome manual regression into something more automated, or relieving bottlenecks, getting time back. Seems like efficiency was your main measurement.
Hmm.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys were measuring efficiency gains, or what kind of results did you see?
Okay, the first thing, it was the time to first automated test, like how long it takes for a team member to create and run usable automated test. That will be the first one. Um, Second one, cross browsing and device coverage, the number of browsers. OS devices combinations the team can consistently use for
Mm-hmm.
test. The other one, the tester productivity, number of test cases a QA team member can
Passes.
create and maintain. Bug detection efficiency, number of critical bugs can be caught by
Wow.
automated
Mm-hmm.
tests before reaching um, staging or prod, depending on how we're working on the page, on the site we're working on.
And what kind of results did you see with those things? Like, what was kind of the biggest, maybe aha moment that you saw?
Well, it varied depending on the tool.
Oh, sorry.
For example, it was for the cross-browser testing, Katalon required a third-party integration where the browser stack had it built in. Also, the measures actual output into usability. I think it was longer and a bit more complex with Catalan. It just has a bigger learning curve, and bug detection efficiency was the only one that I could say was a little bit stronger for Catalan in the accuracy and coverage value compared to BrowserStack. Those
Hmm.
were like the three main things I found out while testing.
And if you want to know numbers, for example, it varies from tester to tester. As I mentioned, for example, you have to do at least one, and it will emulate the rest. So it will depend on the time and the complex of the tickets that we are testing. So, for example, for Carlos, it took like 50% off of his time. So
Wow.
that's a lot. That's a lot. For one ticket, like one small ticket. But for like regressions, that
Mm-hmm.
was what we were looking for, because regressions we need to look everything that was built, everything with that we the dev touch and retested and touch again and came back. So we are testing the thing as a whole, and in these cases that we're testing web apps or websites is not that easy, because we're testing like a user.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like we're still kind of getting our arms around how best to quantify all of the efficiency
Hmm.
or kind of figuring out how to use the tool even more impactfully to be able to measure that more accurately. But
Hmm.
in small tickets where it's a little less
Hmm.
complex, we're seeing efficiency right away.
We have seen the efficiencies there mostly,
Right.
right? But the but the prices varies. Yeah, I mean, browser stack is more pricey than Catalan, and
Mm-hmm.
you can tell because of the way they build the all the app. It's different. And also they have like several features, not only local. They have accessibility, they have test cases built, they have the live web testing. So there are many features inside the same browser stack tool. We're testing actually right now everything that they have.
Let me ask about change resistance because this is obviously near and dear to my heart. And I work with adoption all day long. When you brought the technology into your teams, did you have a small group using it, or are you using it and plan on rolling it out to a larger group?
Just me, and later let the other team members that have time for it to experiment with it.
We
Okay.
are in that
Okay.
phase right now. Like the first guinea pig was Carlos. He was the one testing the tool. So he said that browser stack was good for everybody. And now we are on the phase that everybody's testing. All the
Mhm.
testers in our team, they all are using the tool. So we need now on our next meeting hear their feedback.
But I mean, it sounds like there are folks using it that,
Hmm.
I mean, when you introduced the tool to them, did they seem skeptical or did they seem resistant or
Not at all. Not
everybody
at all.
pretty much embraced it?
Carlos gave us like a brief of what he was testing with Catalan, and everybody was surprised and glad of the tool because we spent like for in the regressions 6 hours testing the same page over and over. So we were all excited about it.
So for other teams starting a similar type of evaluation, especially within your role, what advice would you give them about running this type of pilot?
Okay, the first one I would say to start with a real pain point or repetitive process that AI could replace, accelerate, or improve. The other one, keep the scope small and contained, like use the smallest version of a real deliverable, a campaign brief, or something like that. And focus on augmentation, not replacement.
Mm.
And document learnings on friction points.
If you, both of you, were thinking about what you've experienced with each tool, what you've heard about each tool as your team has been testing it, Katalon, BrowserStack, and you could rate these tools separately from 1 to 5, 1 being for your role in QA and authoring, it's not there yet, all the way to 5 as highly recommended for this type of role and this type of engagement. What would you give each tool?
I would give a 5 to BrowserStack and 4 to Catalan.
That's great.
Yeah, same. I will give a 5 and a 4. So I think I mean this still not replacing the humans. So we are
Mhm.
not there yet because we do need like to some manual actual testing so it can work and run everything. It's not that you just click a button and it will do it itself. No, you need to like engage with the tool and do some manual testing so it can go and like do the shortcuts that you can't while testing manually.
Yeah, and I think that's perfect and well said. And a human needs to be there to be
Yeah.
able to show the AI what is the expert experience that you need to duplicate and emulate and take into additional browsers or additional ways. And the human in the driver's seat is going to be the best way to make sure and validate that the tech is running the way that we intend it to. So really well said and a great close. And thank you so much, both of you, for your time
Mhm.
today. It's been so interesting learning about both of the technologies, and I'm really excited to hear more as you guys continue to test.
Yeah. Thanks to
Yeah,
you, Patty.
And that concludes this episode of the AI Playground. I hope you gained some practical perspective on how automation tools like Katalon and BrowserStack can boost your team's efficiency and elevate quality no matter where you are in your AI journey. If you are considering launching your own AI pilot, start with a real business problem, keep it focused, and measure what truly matters for your team, and certainly define those things upfront. Remember, the road to effective AI is all about experimenting, learning, and building on what works. If you have suggestions for other AI apps or automation tools we should review, or if you'd like to share your own experiences, please email us at podcast@modop.com. That's podcast@modop.com. And of course, visit modop.com/podcast to listen to more AI Playground Leader Generation episodes. Thanks so much for listening. And until next time, keep testing, keep learning, and keep leading in this AI powered age.